Traders, to TheRumpledOne coming to you on Friday, February the 20th. The year's 2026. Let's talk trading. Weekly wrap up. These videos are for educational purposes only. Your results may differ from mine. As always, let's have risk management in place. Let's not lose more than we're willing to lose while we are trading. So, we'll just take a look here at the monthly chart. We're 176 below the monthly open on the pound, 222 off the high, 77 off the low. Taking a look at the weekly chart, we can see we are 128 pips off below that weekly open, now 129, now 130, 153 off the high, 74 off the low. We look into the daily, and what's really interesting is we are in the opening range, or just above the opening range for the year by about 7 pips. In fact, we actually got below the yearly open today. We bounced back up. We're way below the opening range for the week and the month. For the year, we are 50 pips over that yearly open. We are 361 off the high and 166 off the low. And as you can see, we are below the inside bars for the week 1 week ago, and the daily inside bar 8 days ago. But we are still above the monthly inside bar that happened 25 months ago. And looking at the monthly chart, we might be putting in an inside bar this month. Depends on what happens next week. So that's definitely interesting. 80 pips today on the pound with red news. Let's see, who's the big winner today? The new beast, the pound New Zealand dollar at 142 pips. Looking at the buy zone, you can see here a little over an hour ago, we came down, we just barely crossed the daily open and shot right back up. And I'll have to tell you, traders, I slept through, I was through that news. There was news here and news here. I didn't wake up until about 6 o'clock my time, which is 9 o'clock New York time. And then Walmal's back from vacation, and he called me, and I didn't have my charts on, and price had jumped up here a couple times, so I started shorting when price was up here, and really profitable day, even though and look at that, I think I just got out of a couple of more trades, it looks like. Yep. So I'm over 115 pips on the day. I had a TP because I was making a video. But the thing is, I was definitely doing video game trading because of the way price was moving. And what I mean by that is I wasn't really following any systems per se. I was just taking shorts at the double O, and I took some shorts at 10 because I just kept thinking that price was coming down. I've pretty much seen the game before. It hits the double O, it'll hit 95 and bounce back up. And what did it do? It hit the double O, it hit 95, bounced back up, and here it comes down again. So next stop would be 90, and then after that, we're going to see 85, 75. So we'll just have to wait and see how it plays out. Does it always play out like that? Of course not. But it doesn't enough where it might not actually get there, but you can take your pips off the table beforehand. And it's funny because Walmart, I said, hey, Walmart, am I being greedy? He goes, yeah. He goes, but we don't trade the same way. It's kind of funny because, I was up like 10 or 12 pips, and I guess he would have just grabbed it, but I'm thinking, no, it's got to do this. And then, of course, it reverses on me. And then I have to, I just add to the trade and take some more money out of it. Now, what's interesting is Bambino Flex was indicating look for shorts. The pivot trading plan said to go short near the pivot near R1. It looks like maybe there was a good short at the pivot earlier in the day, and then it just hit R1. Actually, it passed through R1 at 35.09 there, and now it's dropped off. So once again, sometimes just have a simple little trading plan, nothing too complex, and you just trade it. Um, and that's just one of the things that I think 90 some percent of traders lose, and I think 90 some percent of traders just don't understand. Price is just going up and down. It doesn't take a bunch of higher math indicators to be profitable because they keep looking outside themselves to make the profit. Whereas, you should be able to basically trade without charts. I mean, that's what they did way back, over 100 years ago. They didn't have, you know, these types of numbers, and people made money because they learned how to trade. You can see here price in and out of the wick zone here, in and out of the wick zone a couple times. We're in that upper wick zone of yesterday. We got to drop through 91 to get out of that wick zone. And let's see, price is outside the wick zone over 80% of the time. So let's just see what happens today. We've had a nice range this week. We've had 228 pips so far. Now, something to look at. Remember, last week was an inside bar. And look, if you're taking that short at 35.86, be up 88 pips. Once again, just simple trades, horizontal lines. Even though we are using indicator 2, which is a squiggly, the EMA 5. But that's mainly for directional bias. Not necessarily trading moving average crossovers. We did not break out of the previous week's high, but as mentioned, 152 pips out of the previous week's low. If you wrote it all the way down, so money to be made there. High minus close for the red rats on the week, 165. Close minus low, 64 for the green rats. Once again, playing statistics. The buy zone, high minus open 24, open minus low 204. Just these pips, I mean, literally, you can trade off of this chart. Now, you might only get 1 or 2 entries a week, but maybe you have a job. Maybe you can't sit by the screen all day. This could work for you. Here, the simple price action chart. See, we had an outside bar. We broke the high a couple times. We haven't broken the low. That's when that news dropped. And if we look at the 1 minute chart here, this was some crazy price action right there. Just crazy price action. So you can see here, just short the double O, short the double O, short the double O. And it bounced, and it was like, for me, I was just shorting the 10, looking to the left, doing the top scraper shorts. Oh, it made a new high, but then fell below that high, just short it. And, if you're not greedy, taking, 2 to 5 pips, whatever the market's giving you, looking at indicator 2 here, you have flip-flop boxes, indicator 2, once again, good for about 5 pips. And I was being a red rat, only trading in one direction. And then here, same thing. Here, same thing, just over and over again. You can see here, we're trying to get out of that upper wick zone. And then here we had another nice flip-flop box. And like I said, a lot of times I was shorting and it would go against me, and I just wait and just add some more shorts to it and then get out because I was short here. Like I said, is making the video, and then price dropped down, took me out. So I had the TP set. I made a rule that if I have an open trade and I have to leave the computer, I'm putting the TP on. You know, it might be close, it might be far, but there will be a TP. So I hate to see something where I could have had profit, then it reversed on me. Now I'm still in the trade. I'd much rather be out of that trade with a profit and not have to worry about it. Because I'd rather be mad with a profit, or meaning if it hits my TP and keeps dropping, than be mad with a loss, where if it would have gone down here where I could have had profit, now it's going back up and I don't have a chance to get out. So it's going to be interesting if we can break through this level. We got a 3-ball here, a lower high. You can see there's that higher low trade, good for 18 pips if you rode it all the way down. You can see you got a couple of nice return bars here. Price has just been, doing this nice little range. And that's what's nice about the 3-level ZZ indicator. You can use it just to display the ranges. You don't have to use it as a to trade, but just so you can get an idea of where's price, where's it pushed to, where's it been bouncing or inflecting. And you can see here we've had a couple of 3 balls at this level here and here. So then you had some upper 3 balls, resistance here and here. So maybe price will come down and test these and bounce. Because resistance turns into support. We just broke that 90 I saw. Once again, that, hits the double O, goes to 5, goes to 10, back to 5, back to 10, back to 5, back to double O. It'll just wiggle like that. And you see that pattern, trade that pattern. It's not difficult. You can see here everything's lining up, meaning you've got the M1 indicator 2 below the M5 indicator 2, and prices below both of them right there. And I think I mentioned in the video yesterday, what I observed is if you see the on M5, if you see these, 3 in a row, you don't even think about going long because it's going to go down. So here's 3 in a row. You don't think about going long until you get an aqua, and then you can see here price went up. So once again, you got 3 in a row. Don't even think about going long until you see that aqua. So here you got 3 in a row. Don't even think about going short until you see the magenta. And then once again, now you can start looking for shorts. Would have paid off. And once again here, 3, see the magenta. And that's just, looking at the chart, seat time, down to 88. It just seems like it's so simple. And you just have to apply it. Okay, 299 pips of range this month. Let me just take one quick look here. Let's see where we are on the ATR percent for the month. We're only at 66. Only at 66 on the month. Okay, inside bar. We're inside the body. For the week, drop below that low. Price is definitely turning down. So, fellow traders, the fastest 15 minutes in trading is just about over here. I hope you guys had a profitable day, week, month, and year so far. And I'm going to wish you all a fun and safe weekend. And as always, Remember, it's not what you trade, it's how you trade it. So go out there and drain the banks. This is the Rumpled One, over and out.